Welcome to Bitching and Moaning, the podcast where we talk shit, spill the tea, and say all the things you're definitely thinking about but shouldn't say out loud.
We're your hosts. I'm Stephanie with Patricia, and together we're your weekly dose of sass, laughs, and just the right amount of bad decisions.
From sexy stories to petty rants, nothing's off limits. So grab your wine or your drink of choice, loosen your morals, and let's get into it.
Because if we're not bitching,
we're probably moaning. Welcome to Bitchin and Moaning, and we are here with Miss Stephanie
and Miss Patricia.
And our little wine and drink for the evening or for the day or for the morning or for the afternoon, whenever you're listening to us or watching us. We are so excited that you are joining us and you are with us today. We are going to start with what we have to drink.
Yes.
So, what do you got?
So I decided to do a little concoction of my own. So it's really cold, as you can tell, a little chilly. So
I think we'd be in like the Arctic here.
I know. Well, you would
but if it
think
goes
so.
below 70 in Texas, I think we all freak out.
Yeah,
so.
I got my boots on, my jeans on, my little jacket, my turtleneck. Yeah, I am ready for the snow to fall. Yeah. Anyway, so I felt like Swiss Miss chocolate,
okay.
So a little hot chocolate, but then I had a little bit of my leftover chocolate wine, so I just kind of dabbed a little and then a little more and then a little more in it, and it's pretty good. So I wanted something warm and felt good going down, so that's what I have today. So
that's good.
How about you?
I'll tell you what. The other day when we did the one with I had a chocolate martini. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel anything, but it was later I felt the alcohol level in my head, and it was not good. So I'm gonna have to remember that. It's good in like maybe little shots, but a whole glass, not again.
Yep.
However, I do have one of my favorite wines here. This is Sterling, and it is a Cabernet. It's a little bit bolder than a normal cab. That's why I like it so much. It is out of a winery in California, and they've been around a very long time. It's reasonably priced. You can get it at any grocery store, basically, and it's just really... besides being bold, it's kind of got the berry, the oaky, the not smoky, but fruity a little bit. Mm-hmm. It is a little bit dry, but it's just very yummy, and you can get it for like $15. Yeah, is probably the average price. Mm-hmm. Some of them could be a little bit higher, but for the most part, and this is a 2023. So I'm very excited. I kind of filled up my glass a little bit. Yep. But that'll keep me warm tonight.
Yep, exactly.
So here's to our episode. Cheers.
Ooh, I have to do little sips because my hot chocolate is really, really hot, and I don't like burn my lips and my tongue. So if I'm sipping, that's why.
Your little cup is so cute.
I know. My little Christmas cup has a snowman on that side, and then on this side it has a little tree on it. Has my name at the bottom. So yeah, I got to bring out the little festive cup during the winter time.
I saw a TikTok today that showed how to make Jell-O Christmas trees for your holidays. It's very easy. You make the green Jell-O, and then I think they took like just little funnels that were kind of like cardboardish, and then they stuck it in the upside down in a box, right?
Okay.
In rows, and they poured the gelatin in there and froze it, and then they tipped it over, and it was a little green Christmas tree, and then they put sprinkles on it for the decorations. Cool. And I thought it was really cute. I guess maybe if you have kids or something, or, but like, I just think if I went to a party, I don't know if I'd grab a green gelatin.
Well, if it was a Jell-O shot.
Yes,
now
maybe.
You might.
Yes. Yes, I probably would do that.
I'd be like, I don't care what it looks like. It's a Jell-O shot.
True. That's what I was exactly thinking too. I was like, well, I don't know if I just like, oh, hey, those are cool. But
it's like, these are the non-alcoholic ones for the children. These are the adult version. Yes.
So our topic today is we hope everybody got through the holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas and or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, or if you don't celebrate and you're spiritual, I hope you hugged a tree or did your what are those gems? What are they?
The
crystals.
crystals.
Whatever
Yeah.
you celebrate or don't. We hope you made it after the first of the year. Congratulations,
Yes.
you
Woo!
survived.
We all
another
made it.
holiday season.
The chaos of Christmas.
The chaos of Christmas. And it was fun. We had a great time.
Yep.
We did some traveling, and
Yep.
now we're back, and we are just continuing our little podcast. So we hope you guys missed us a little bit too. We did take a little break,
Yep.
and so we hope you missed our faces and our
Yep.
voices. But today, I thought that because what does everybody kind of do the first of the year besides join a gym and never go?
Yeah.
Most people kind of say, you know what, I should set some goals, or I think in the past they used to be called New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
And I'm told in my research that they don't really do resolutions anymore
Yeah.
because it's kind of like a taboo, like nobody fulfills them because, it's
Right.
like, oh, I didn't do that. I didn't. So let's talk about New Year's goals.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm glad you said it that way because my bitch today was going to be the word resolution because every time I've said, you know what, I've got a New Year's resolution and I create a list of whatever it is, I never do it. So I like the word goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's like tricking your mind to think of something different. Like a goal is something you can actually attain. A resolution,
Yes.
it's like, what does that mean? I'll think about it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like that you mentioned goal because
For
that's
sure,
more
for
how
sure.
I look at things now.
Yeah. So let's start with where did that come from? Where
Okay.
did New Year's resolution or whatever? I got my little stats again.
I love stats. They're so
know, right?
fun.
So it says that New Year's resolutions came from the Babylonians made the first New Year's resolutions about 4,000 years ago. Can you believe that? 4,000?
Resolution.
I know. Not on the
weird.
1st of January, but in mid-March when they celebrated the spring harvest of barley, a 12-day festival called Akitu.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I think probably it morphed, maybe
Yeah.
the U.S. or whoever said, okay, let's do it the first of the year so we have the whole year to kind of accomplishment.
It's kind of like when I mentioned Thanksgiving in the other podcast about when that started. It really wasn't even
Yeah,
around where we have it
exactly.
now. It was like in a different month. So it's kind of interesting that you find out these type of holidays aren't really when they've
Really?
started. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So I honestly have a different mindset. Okay, this year I am going to think goals, but I kind of think of that anyways. But I do make a New Year's resolutions every year, and I put them in my phone. And some of them are really easy and attainable, and some of them are like really big goals. And I kind of check myself, middle of the year, going, where am I? How am I doing? I really do keep myself accountable for it because I remember when my kids were younger and I was trying to help them set goals for themselves, like when they were in high school to get themselves prepared for college,
Right.
Because you can say stuff and you can want to do stuff, but then if you don't write it down, it usually doesn't get accomplished. So I would tell my kids, just write 3 things down, 3 goals, a big one and then maybe a couple little ones so that you can at least accomplish the little ones and then that way work harder for the bigger one.
I think that's a good idea, again, especially if you have it out on your refrigerator or somewhere where you can see it, because it's like the days get so busy and you get wrapped up of just going from day to day that it's out of sight, out of mind, and then here you are in October going, oh man, I didn't do any of those.
Yeah. So funny enough, I was looking at my goals from last year, and I'm actually pretty proud of myself. There was only 2 that I didn't get done, but one of them was creating a podcast.
Look at us!
Yes.
We have a podcast.
Yes, that was in my one of my goals, and we have actually talked about this for a long time, but I really wanted to set down. I wanted to create my own business, which I also did, and I was really excited for myself that I did these things, and I had about like 8 of them, and so I was really happy. I always put on there, I'm going to stop swearing, and so I could stop for like maybe the first month, and then I have a potty mouth, you know. I like those words, especially when I get mad, I just want to say bad. Shame on me, but I will put it on my list again of goals to try to, not
No
sing.
shit. Really? You want to quit cussing? No
I
shit.
fucking really want to do that. But anyways. Oops. I haven't created my list yet. So
we're just barely into the first of the year, so you get a little grace period of
I
like
do.
7 days or something.
Yes,
so we're still good, I think.
We're good. So again, this was all kind of resolution type, but it says 38.5% of U.S. adults set New Year's goals, resolutions every year. About 59% of young adults do, so 18 to 34.
Okay.
So yeah, which is good because I really think that's important. I mean, I think it's important for everybody, but the younger people, I think it's wonderful because you are just starting out in life.
Right, yep.
And, make some goals, get those taken care of, make some new goals as, your life progresses. And I think that's wonderful.
Well, and I think for them, their goals are like bigger. It's like, I want to finish college. I want to get a master's degree.
Yeah.
I want to be married by the time I'm 33. I want to have kids. So they have those type of goals.
Yeah.
Whereas you get older, a lot of those goals change. And it's like, well,
Starting a podcast is a big
starting-
deal.
Yeah,
Fun.
but it's like that age bracket. I can see
yeah.
where a lot of those are more around like family things or those type of milestones.
Right. Yeah. It says 48% want to exercise more, of course.
Yep.
23% quit in the first week.
I think they get in there with good intentions, and then it's like, you're doing that bench press, whatever. You're like, oh God, my body hurts. Okay, whatever. I'll just eat fish. I won't eat burgers or something. I'll change something else because this is exhausting.
I know.
Plus, I think the crowds too, because everybody does that. If people are a little bit claustrophobic or have a social anxiety around people, I wonder if that's actually a reason why some people quit, because those places are packed.
Yes. Do you ever notice that, one, you get all these specials going on the first, second month of the year for gyms? Everything's like, sign up for about $1, 99 cents or whatever, to get people in, because they know they're going to come in, but then they're stuck in these contracts some of the places, and then people don't come, but they still have to pay.
Right.
So when you're doing that, be careful. Watch those contracts. Make sure they're just like month to month, that you can get out of them without any, hard payments and stuff. And then the other thing that goes on sale is all the workout clothes.
Yes.
Workout clothes, and then you see water bottles, everything. I mean, that's invest in that stock in the beginning of the year.
And it's funny because the workout clothes are so cute now. It's like, well, I'm going to go to the gym next week and sign up, but I'm going to buy all of these cute little clothes right now. So when I go, I'm looking cute when I'm working out. And then when you get to the gym, you're like, I don't really want to do this.
Yeah.
But,
or I don't want to wear that.
It's like, or I'll just wear it in the house or something. It's like you have, again, good intentions, and then it kind of falls to the wayside.
I have a tip for the workout clothes. If you're going to buy workout clothes, and you don't have a problem with having like vintage resale stuff, I'm really picky about some of that stuff. I'm very picky, but I have gone into a couple of stores. We have some resale shops here. I think one that's really popular is Plato's Closet. I don't know if anybody has it. We have it here. And then we have something called, what's that called? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Cheapskate. What is it?
Uptown Cheapskate.
Uptown Cheapskate. That's another one we have out here in Texas. And, they kind of go towards more of a younger crowd, I'll just say. However, they have really great selections of workout clothes in really good shape for like $5, $6, $7. So you don't have to pay $60 for your Lululemons. But even that, they have some of that there, And I was just at Plato's Closet the other day, and I found two really nice workout pants, just kind of and tops to match. They have the sports bras and all that. They have it for guys too, the shorts and all that. So check out those places, and also like Marshalls and TJ Maxx,
Ross, all of those.
Yeah, those are great places to find name brand things at a much lower price, so you're not spending a crazy amount of money on top of your gym memberships.
Exactly.
And some of those memberships are are rough.
Yeah, some of those resale places also, some people, I guess they got out of the time frame to take it back, and it still has the tags on it, so they'll just donate it, so you're getting something with the original tags on it. It's brand new.
So some of the common goals or resolutions, like we said, 48 people want to exercise more. The top 3 are like health related. They want to 70% of all resolutions are related to physical health. So eating better, working out, sleeping more, getting some type of exercise. Less drinking.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's healthier for you, it is, or quitting smoking. That's another one. Men and women share the same top 4 most popular New Year's resolutions.
That's interesting that it's the same. They share the same, because I would think it would be a little different, but that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So women focus mainly on health related. Men focus on pursuing their career ambitions.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
see that.
I would hope that would change with women, or cutting down on drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's some. It said COVID-19 impacted the type of resolutions for 75% of the people who set them. So after COVID, they focused more on mental health, eating healthier, and their finances.
Yeah.
I think when you're cooped up, you start thinking about a lot of things, and then also some people lost their jobs or were furloughed, and they really had to figure out like how to get an income.
Change careers.
I
think that happened a lot during COVID, because you saw a big boom of podcasters and influencers and things like that. A lot of people were using more social media, and then they're monetizing on it, and then they don't go back to their jobs. So here's an example. When I got married, I hired a videographer, and he was doing that kind of on the side, and his wife is a photographer. And when COVID hit, they lost a lot of their business. So one of the things they wanted to do for themselves is they were focusing on weddings, but they wanted to do more. So they found a building, and they set up like a venue on one side, and then it has like a little eating bar area on the other. And eventually they said it's like 3 levels, 3 stories in this old building. It's an amazing building, and they are going to do like the second level will be like their offices at some point, and then the third level is going to turn into be like rooms where the bridal party and the bride and groom can stay. So they just go down the stairs, and it's one of those really old buildings where they don't put sheetrock all up and they leave it all exposed. It's gorgeous, and their bar area is kind of a speakeasy feel. It's couple hours west of Chicago, so they kind of brought that in.
That is so
and
cool.
So because of COVID, they reevaluated what they wanted to do, and now they have this amazing business in this town that really could use something like that. And so
that's very clever.
It was a very amazing story just to see how they did that, because that takes a lot. You're taking on a building and redoing it, and just all the permits and just everything that goes along with it. And I was just very impressed when we went in there, and because when we go back there every year to see my husband's family to the same town. And he's like, y'all come in, I'll buy you a drink. So the first time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this place is amazing.
Neat.
So I'll we'll put some pictures up so you can see it. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, we'll give them props to them. We'll give them a little shout out.
Yeah,
for sure. What is it called? Do you remember?
Oh, girl, I can't remember off the top of my head. But
we'll put some pictures up and stuff. Speaking of monetizing thing, that is going to be one of my goals for 2026 is how we become millionaires and podcasters from our podcast.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, because I just saw something today. I went back and was just kind of looking through our stuff and went to the Instagram page where our last post at the time was the one with me doing the taste test, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching it, and I think it had like 250 views or something like that. It was over 200 for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I went and looked, and then all of a sudden it says, stay tuned for an ad. And I was like, what? We haven't really started. We wanted to do this, but we haven't really put it in motion. Well, my husband just read something today about, depending on your views, that things ads start coming based on the views. So I'm
Ah.
like, okay, we need to figure out, how to get our check from Instagram for this
No
this
kidding.
reel that's out there. So
Yeah.
it happened today, and I'm like, okay, is something happening that you
Oh, that's
hadn't
strange.
told me about yet? And I'm like, what's
Oh.
going on? So
Yeah, we have to look into
yeah,
that.
so I'm like, ooh, it's the beginning.
It's starting.
Yeah, so that was exciting
That's
to see.
a good way to start the new
Yes,
year.
exactly.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay, so how long do they usually last?
I would say a month and a half.
9% successfully keep their New Year's resolutions or goals.
So 9%. Okay.
23% of people quit by the end of the first week. 64% after the first month.
Okay.
And 81% before the end of the second month.
Okay, so it's pretty close. That's like a month and a half. So
God,
yeah, if you average it out, I'm like, okay, it makes you wonder what were their goals to where maybe it was something they really wanted to do and then found out it was too unattainable or
that's why
something.
make smaller
Yeah.
make yourself a list of, okay, say 4 or 5. That's pretty good. And then make 2 or 3 of them easy and 2 hard ones,
Right.
because when you get the easy ones done, like some people, it's like, okay, I want to quit smoking. That is kind of hard.
Yeah.
You can't, and if you try it and then all of a sudden, a month later, you're like, oh, I got it. So then you quit everything. No.
Right.
How about, you know what? I would really like a really nice pair of shoes. Ones that maybe you usually spend $50 on shoes. You want to buy a shoes for a pair of $100.
Yeah.
Okay, that's attainable.
Yeah.
I mean, and you can save your money every week or every month and say, okay, I'll save $5 this month. I'll save $5 next month, and then that way, by the end of the year or half a year, whatever, you can get some shoes, right?
You could do that with a trip as well. It's like, I
Yeah.
want to go somewhere in the fall that I've never been. And it's like, well, that gives you time to plan and budget. And every
Yeah.
month you're putting a little bit, or maybe it's just you're spending money because you get points for flights or whatever. But it's like, I just want to go and have a good time. And money is kind of no object. So let me just keep putting something away. So when that time gets here, you already got it.
Yeah. Some other ideas, if you don't cook, or you're ordering out all the time, maybe, okay, I'm only going to do DoorDash 3 times this month instead of 5 times a week, I mean, here's my, I've never ordered DoorDash or Uber Eats. It's really weird. I've never done that just because I don't know. It's like I'd rather just go pick it up and save my money or whatever. But like my kids, they all order it. They all, for whatever reasons.
My kids
and that's
have too.
fine.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's just I also I remember like during COVID watching those videos where people were like eating or sipping out of the drink and then giving it to you. And I get freaked out about shit like that. So I just can't do it. But hey, if you can maybe order DoorDash 5 times in a month rather than 30 times,
Yeah.
Or maybe, hey, I'm going to really cook a really nice meal. I've never cooked in my life. I'm going to make lasagna, something like that. Just make some fun goals. And then if you have a partner, you have some kids, whatever, maybe do it with the family. Everybody sit down and do something. And that way you can all keep yourselves accountable too,
I'm thinking this goes along with DoorDash. It's like if you go out to eat every weekend, what else are you doing when you're eating? You're tipping. Mm-hmm. So it's like, everybody wants to help out the servers. So you tip a little more, depending on where you go. So it's like if you do that all the time and you add it up, and you add up how much you spend just in tips, you could have paid to go to the Bahamas on a cruise. So
I know it's funny when people go, I don't have any money to do that, but you spend $40 on McDonald's for DoorDash. Like McDonald's, like you could go to McDonald's and buy
you go to a nicer restaurant,
$10 burger or whatever, but you have to pay those fees and then the tip. And I'm like, oh my god, I have a hard time with that. But that could be a bitch for me because I just don't do DoorDash.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, like, why are we talking about this? Because some people are bitching, like, I don't want to ever make resolutions. I just don't. And you know what? We've heard that, so we're kind of thinking, maybe we can help people do that. If you don't want to, don't do it. But this is kind of fun. Let's see. It says most people quit on the second Friday of the month.
Because they got plans or something. I don't know. Or I lost 2 pounds in this whatever, and I'm like, oh, I look good. I don't need to go to the gym.
Right. It also says it's called Quitter's Day.
Quitter's
There's
Day.
actually a name for that. Quitter's Day.
Do you said it's the second
Friday of the month.
of the first month or any month?
Of any month.
Any month.
Yeah.
That's also a payday Friday, maybe.
I guess so. It also says 43% of people expect to give up on their goals by February.
Oh.
God, you don't even give yourself some time.
I know.
Time.
I
So
think-
you've
yeah.
never done it? You've never made resolutions or goals?
No, well, no, not really.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
like, I don't have the patience to do them. Is kind
Yeah.
of what it was. But this last year, I started thinking of them as goals, and one that I wanted to do is when my kids were in, growing up, they were at all kinds of activities, whether, little shirts they went and little field trips at elementary up to band trips and competitions, color guard, all of that. And so I would always get a t-shirt from wherever they were, and it would either have their names on it or all the schools or whatever, with the intentions of making a quilt blanket for them of all their activities. Well, time got away, and it's a decade later, and it's like, okay, I've got these damn quilts still in buckets everywhere. So one of my goals is to finally get those out, get them sorted, and I have a wonderful friend that makes quilts, and so I said, can you do these for Christmas presents for me?
Okay.
So I dropped them off, she put them together, and that was a present for my girls, because I always like to do a sentimental type present, because I just don't want to buy junk anymore. It's like, I want something people are going to look at and go, oh, I love it. And you think about those moments where they came from. So I did that. And then I actually gave her mine too of all the shirts, because I had to look like them, right? Because I was the crazy mom riding the bus and chaperoning and all kinds of stuff. So I had one that matched. So I did one that had my daughter's name or our last name. It's like so-and-so's mom. And so of course, I had to do all that. So I have my own quilt as well. And it was kind of fun because I opened it up with the same time as my girls, and I'm like, look, I have a quilt too. So so that was a goal where I had planned, and I'm again thinking of as a goal. I have all year, and it's expensive to do those quilts.
It really is.
So it's a few $100s. So depending on how big you're going to get there, a lot. So I had that one, and then another one I didn't finish, but it's a pretty big one. Is I have a bunch of VHS tapes back in the day of when my kids were little. And then I also have a lot of things that are on that are hard copy pictures that I need to scan in and make it digital. So I'm in the process of trying to get all of that stuff together, but there's so much of it. And plus it's costly, especially the VHS has to usually go out to somebody. I don't trust myself. I'm not a professional at that. So that's kind of a long-term goal. It's going to carry over into this year, but again, I started it and just did it a little bit at a time. But so I had things like that, where it's like things I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a goal. Again, it's it's not a big thing. It took time to do that more, and towards the end it's more money, but those are the two that off the top of my head come, but those were big ones, and I'm like, oh, the quilts are done, thank God.
Yes, those quilts are beautiful, and it's always so sentimental to get those done for your family members. I've had a few of them done in my time when my husband passed away. I did the same thing. I took a lot of his clothes and shirts and stuff, and put them together, and somebody actually in my old neighborhood was so kind and did it for dirt cheap as a gift.
That's amazing.
But I had one made for myself, and then I had one made for his daughter.
Aww.
And then his other daughter, I actually took one of his shirts and I made her a pillow with it, so she can
that's a
sleep
great
with
idea.
it.
Oh my gosh.
I just wasn't sure how it would go over with the ex, and so I just wanted something small to give her so she can have in her room, but yeah, so I still have those. And then when my daughter graduated college, I did the same thing for her, and I found somebody down towards Austin area. She was actually very nice. She didn't charge me a whole lot either, but I took all her college
ones
and her sorority and a couple of her high school stuff, and I had her a quilt too. So I do want to do that for my son at some point, when maybe he gets his own home or something. That might be a gift for him, because he has all these football jerseys and baseball.
Yeah.
So I might do that, but I don't have to do it right now. Just that's going to be on my little list, right?
Yeah, my girls have so many shirts between high school and below. And then college, it's like there's 2 sets. So I haven't even attacked the college ones yet because they're like, okay, I need to get all those together. Just don't put them in this one.
Right.
So the only ones that got done were the high school and below. So my oldest daughter, because she was like in all kinds of stuff, her quilt had to be front and back t-shirts because a lot of her stuff she liked the front, and then on the back had her name and all her like, you know, I don't want to say teammates because it wasn't sports, but all the people that participated in like color guard. And one of her really good friends passed away recently, like within the last year. And her name was on the shirt. So all of that kind of stuff, making sure you have all of those. So hers is a front and back, whereas my youngest one, hers is just front. But the oldest, it was like 100 shirts when I was counting them. Wow. And then my youngest was about 60. So yeah, the one that's front to back could have been probably a California king size, but I'm like, nobody's going to want that big. Nobody's going to sleep under that. So I'm like, just do it front to back and it'll be more kind of full size or twin, in between twin and full. Wow. And I know it's huge. You don't realize how big those can get to. You start kind of laying them out going, holy crap, all that money I spent on these t-shirts. I'd be rich again. Saving all that money, right?
Saving all that money. It's funny when you're in it, but I was going to mention a friend of ours. We'll ask her if she will let me post any pictures of this, but I do definitely want to give a shout out to her because I know that she had put a goal on her mental brain about organizing medical information that she had.
Oh, that's right,
And wow, I was so thoroughly impressed that she took, I don't know, weeks maybe to get all of her medical information together and in order by dates, by whatever her sicknesses were, whatever at the time. And I'm just like, it was like a book, one or 2 books, I think. But I was really impressed.
Right,
and, you know, if she allows me to show the books, that would be amazing. But kudos to her because you're talking about putting together things that take a lot of work. Oh, I know that took a lot of work for her. And it's dedication. It's so dedication, you know. And the person who's making those quilts too, you have to put them in order, and it's a haul. So I was impressed.
Yeah, some of the shirts it was like just the pocket had a logo on it, and I'll show you. We'll post them, but it's like she took just the little pocket, and where she kind of needed to makeshift one, she just sewed the little logo on top of kind of at a catty corner of another shirt because not all of them could be like perfect squares. Some had to be rectangles, some had to be little tiny ones, some, you know. So it was like a little puzzle she put together, and again that makes it so unique because it really is a patchwork quilt at that point.
For sure.
And it's special and unique because of all the different types of shirts you have. Yours is an original one of a kind, right? So that was pretty cool. I thought, oh, look at that, there's a pocket, you know.
So here are just some reasons why people stop doing their New Year's goals or resolutions. Losing motivation. Being too busy. I can't do that.
I think that's like number one. It's like, oh, I got this to do or this to do.
Yeah, and then shifting the goals or the priorities. You know, some people are just like, oh, I can't work out anymore. I have to work. I work too much, and you know, so I
think with those you have to give yourself grace because you can't predict what's going to happen in the future, and if you're having to look for a job or something, then it changes, and it's like, well, okay, I'll move this one to later on in the year or something, and then I'm going to move this one up because it's a little short, little tiny one I can do.
Yeah. So basically our bitchin' today was just like, you know, we don't normally like to set goals and resolutions, but you know what? It might be a good thing. So instead of bitching about it, let's be positive and let's get those goals taken care of and setting them, you know, and those of you who don't want to, that's okay. You can still keep drinking wine with us.
Exactly. Hey, maybe your goal is to watch every one of our podcasts this year.
That's a good one.
And provide feedback and let us know how amazing they are.
That's should be a goal for sure.
So I think one, before we wrap it up, just one of mine is just to be more consistent, because I'm not consistent. I do a lot of things where it's like the day gets away, but it's like I need to be more consistent with like a morning routine.
Yeah.
Or in the evening when I get done working, don't just, pull up the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and binge watch the whole season. I need to maybe I should just wash that dish out that I ate at lunch or whatever.
That reunion, we're gonna have to. That's gonna have to.
I haven't watched it yet. It's coming tomorrow. I think
the reunion. It's already been.
Oh, well, I watched the whole season.
It's already been, and last year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And we just keep forgetting that
I do.
We haven't watched all these things. So
I know.
We have to talk about that.
Yeah.
I think we're maybe the next podcast we'll do pop culture.
Yes.
And we'll just bitch about all the crazy stuff
and moan about the ones we like.
Yeah. About all the holiday stuff we saw and caught up with. Because I know that P. Diddy came out. Well, actually, 50 Cent came out with one over the holidays, a documentary about P. Diddy. So I'm probably going to bitch a little bit about that. And so I think that should be our next podcast. We could talk about that. So do you have any moaning?
Moaning. Other than I don't have a moan, I don't think. But I don't think I have anything to moan. I mean, it's the first of the year. No traffic has really pissed me off. I just came off a vacation, so I'm pretty happy. And
good.
So I don't think I have any moaning this time around. I'll give the moaning a break. So
I had moaning today. So I was at the nail salon today. I love my lady. I use her every time I go there. She's amazing. However, I think she got excited today about whatever topic we were talking about, and she cut me so bad that I started bleeding. I was moaning. I was like, oh my God. I mean, she had her little tool out and she hit my finger and it instantly started bleeding. I'm like, oh, jeez. And she's like, she just could not stop saying she was sorry. She's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And she was like, I was so excited what we were talking about. She's like, no more talking. We talk sometimes, but I guess she did. But whatever the reason, it was just, so then we're trying to stop the bleeding because she has to, I had been there 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, man. And it was burning, right? So then we're like, all right, let's figure it out. So she comes over, she goes, oh, I have something to stop the bleeding. And she comes over with this little gadget of what I'm like, wait a second, I don't know what you're putting on my finger. And it was just, do you ever see Elf when he said my finger has a heartbeat? That's exactly, my finger had a heartbeat. And I was just like, oh, this sucks. So I said, I don't know what that is, just because I didn't want it to get infected, So let's just wait a second. So she started with the other hand, and blood's coming out here.
Oh, no.
So she's freaking out. So I kind of, with my other hand, I was just like, what is it that she's putting on my finger and wants to put on my finger? And the first thing that pops up is like dog faces, like this is for animal. I'm like, what the hell? So then I read, and it was like this powder that is for your cuticles that is supposed to like stop the bleeding if you nick yourself, whatever. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, it doesn't look too bad, right? So she puts now she has to take the nail polish off, so she puts that acetone shit on my finger.
No.
And I was like, talk about moaning. I was like, oh my God.
Talk about cussing.
Yeah, and it was burning. So she's like, you okay? I'm like, no. She goes,
tears coming down your eyes.
She goes, it burns. I'm like, yeah, it burns,
Yeah.
And again, I can't be mad at her. It's just, it was an accident, but it fucking hurt. And then I'm thinking, how is she going to do my nail, right? So she wraps all that up, and then she puts me in a massage chair to do my toes, and she's doing them, and I see blood just coming down my finger.
Oh,
I'm like,
my God, oh no.
So I was still moaning, right? And then she finally takes it off and she flips out. She's like, oh my God, there's so much blood. And she has to like hold my finger to do stuff, So I think she starts wigging out a little bit.
Oh my God.
And so she finally goes and gets the powder thing. And then she goes, here, let's do this. I'll get a Band-Aid and put a Band-Aid around it so I can work around it. So she literally, this is one I put when I got home, but she literally put a Band-Aid like just on the edge where it was, so you could still see my nail. And then she worked around it, But boy, I was moaning big time for that. And then was just kind of mad at the end too. I was just like, she just kept on apologizing, and then so when I was all done and everything kind of stopped, I went to pay, and he's like, "Is everything okay?" And I said, "Well, you know,
Yeah.
she cut me." He's like, "She cut you?" And I'm like, yeah, she did. He's like, "Okay, I take $5 off." $5. I'm like, "Okay, I'll take the $5, you know?" I mean, but I immediately came home and put Neosporin on it, so it wasn't infected.
Yeah.
I hope not, but whatever. So
Wow.
that's the first time it's happened that bad. She's
Yeah.
nipped me a few times, but that's the first time it was just like,
Yeah.
so I was moaning a little bit today at the nail salon.
Yeah, I've never experienced that.
He also gave me oil for free. He goes, "Here's some oil for your cuticles." I was like, "Thank you. Let me heal first, and then
I'll take anything free
Free,
you want to
right?
give me, right? Oh,
But
I
that
hate
was my moan
happen.
today.
Oh my gosh, it's like you can't get out of there fast enough, right?
No.
Aw.
But other than that, we're good. We're glad you are joining us this new 2026.
Yes.
Yay! We're
Yay.
excited.
I can't believe it. Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Time has just passed by so quickly.
I know. It's like, where did 2025 go? I just, honestly, it's like you blink and it's like holidays,
Right,
you know? And
right.
it's crazy.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our latest, greatest episode,
Yeah.
and we will see you next time.
Alrighty. Bye, y'all. Happy New Year.